right. My hair is fucked. I am back for yet another day. I have survived. It is day 68. I have realized that yesterday was day 67, and I didn't even make a 6-7 joke. It is not because I'm a man of elegance and class. It's because I forgot. Or else I would have, but I guess I'll just have to wait for day 167. But yeah, yesterday was rest day, which is always dreaded, but yesterday it was very much needed. Very hard week at work, very hard month at work, really. So taking time off, having my first day off-ish, and then on top of that, being able to just rest from working out was important. It wasn't a day that I was dreading, to be honest with you. I always dread the weigh-in the next day, but I did really well on my calories. I did 1470 yesterday. My meals were all pretty solid. So when I weighed in this morning, I was like, give me a good number. Like, don't fuck with me. It's been hard to get on that scale lately, and I was down 1.7 pounds. So that's dope. Very happy to see that. I don't think that is typical for a rest day, and I do expect myself to have a flat number tomorrow. Hopefully it's green. Hopefully it's low, but green. I'd be great with a high green number, but realistically, I don't think it's going to happen, and I'll get into why here in a second. But if we're looking at overall totals for the month, now we're at 5.1. Because it is a 28-day month, the goal is 14, so we're not super far off. We're actually ahead of pace because we're on the 8th and we're at 5.1, so pace would be 4 pounds. So going to keep moving forward with that. And we've crossed the threshold of 50. Because today was 1.7 pounds, we went right past it. We were right below it, and now we're at 51.1. So I guess that's a milestone, something that I can be happy about. I just got to keep going and not get discouraged when the results suck. That said, this morning I kind of switched up my routine. I was going to be doing breakfast on the griddle for the first time. So I made like sausage and eggs and hash browns and one other thing I can't remember. And yeah, it was really good, but I knew it was going to be pretty heavy in calories. So I just took a piece of sausage and an egg and I put it on some low calorie bread. And then I took 2 hash browns, and I was like, this is like 750 calories for my breakfast, which is like half of my calories for the entire day. But I usually eat low-calorie meals for my second, third, and fourth meal. So I was like, maybe this is just my first 2 meals. Robin's back there saying second breakfast. So yeah, I'd actually wound up working out. My goal is 1,600 calories for a day where I lift, and I did 1,605 so far. I might do some gum because I'm actually kind of hungry because my big meal was at the beginning of the day, and the rest of them were fairly small. Mainly just snacks. But yeah, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I did my lifting in the morning rather than in the afternoon, so I get a check mark for that. It's because I usually lift at like 5:36. I like lifting at that point and having it be before my dinner. But because it was in the morning, I could do the breakfast, wait about an hour, so I had that as energy, lift, and then come back in. And then my second meal of the day was actually my protein shake. So it kind of wound up working out, but I still have to row. I'm going to row, I think, around 9 o'clock tonight. So I will get that done, though. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, let's track the progress really fast. Screen share. As you can see, we had the plateau earlier, which was shitty, and now we're on our way down, which is great. Want to keep going down. 312.9 is such a great number. Seeing a 0 there, a 3-0 is going to be amazing. So we'll see how many days it's going to take us to get there, but we're close, so that's cool. And yeah, grand total of 5.1 for the month in 8 days is pretty good. It's nothing to turn your nose up at, and obviously I had a couple of bumpy days there, but I'm hoping today doesn't affect me too bad because it was legitimately 720 calories, and then I did 4 meals instead of 5. So I think I'll be okay. Tomorrow I'm super busy at work, so I'm a little bit nervous about when I'm going to row. I'll definitely be lifting in the afternoon. Lifting takes like an hour and 10 minutes, so rowing is 30 minutes, which is why I do it in the morning on days that I work, because I can either do like a lunch or a break, and I put those in quotes because it's really just me in a meeting saying like, oh, I'm eating my lunch, guys, and I'm really on the rower, which I don't think many people would care if they knew that I was exercising, but if it's something where they think I am not able to answer, I feel like people would fuck with me, like not in a shitty way, but yeah, anyway, tomorrow will be a little bit complicated, but I'm hoping I can make it work. So workout history for the Averon. I got 10 minutes in this morning. That's that 38, and I'll be jumping on there to do another 30 minutes, and we'll see how hard I push that. and saying that I've done Wordle, but I haven't. There it is. 20-day streak. If you've already done it, don't tell me. If you haven't done it, don't look. Today is not clout day, and we swung and missed on all those letters. Wow. Okay, so seeing that we have no other consonants or vowels from those two words, and E is the only letter that's represented, I usually default to think that Y is going to be in there in some capacity. It might end in an EY, but there's a lot of letters eliminated that usually lead to that, so I'm just going to start throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. I think there might be a double E. Something like needy. That's what I'm going to do to start. There is a double E. Both of them don't go in the second or third spot. And it's not the fifth spot. So we know where both the E's go. One here and one here. All right. So we'll start there. Nope, can't be that. So I guess it ends in... You know what I think this is? I think this is ended. No, it's not. But I knew where the E's and the D's went, so... I should have known that it wasn't ended because I already used the N. I'm stupid. Why not being in there is interesting, though. There's only so many words that this can wind up being at this point, so... I would guess eked, which would be such a great word, except that we've already gotten rid of E being in this spot. So Robin's going to come over here and ruin it. Egged.
Embed.
Could be embed. She's so fucking smug back there. Streak continues on to 21 days. And yeah, we'll get to that max streak in 127 days. So that's the check-in. Capped in under 10 minutes. Nice and smooth tonight. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully with a green number. Goodbye.